Good morning, Sean here, Mountains Garage. It's early Saturday morning before breakfast, and I decided I should get all my Nova parts in one spot. I was looking online last night, was going to buy some stuff, and I don't know if I already have it or not. So if you're following along at home, this is how you properly store things. You put like things in totes, you stack the totes up, and then you put all kinds of stuff in front of the totes, and then you decide you need the totes. I'm going to start digging. 4 Nova related tubs in this box. This box is starting to smell better with the gas cans in here. It's kind of hiding that fishy smell. It's going away over time. The 2 black boxes, totes, race car Nova parts. Not this Nova, but the other one. We'll go check out the other box, see if there's anything in there. Most of the hassle today came from some of the stuff I took out of the trunk yesterday. Typical. Every time I set it down, I'll need to go in that spot within 24 hours. Inside the green box, when I get to this end, I'm always dancing on transmissions. It's semi-sturdy, but that tote right there, full of Nova parts. Got to get her out of here. All right, that gray one has a 3/4 of a Nova in it. My God, it was heavy. This one's next. This one's full too. Again, got a pretty rough terrain getting out of here. Nobody's fault but my own. When I first started putting things on the shelves, I labeled every tote. I need to go back to that. It was a good idea. Alright, that was a fun workout. 6 totes to pick through after breakfast. Plus the gray car's got parts stuffed inside it. And there's little shoe boxes full of parts everywhere. So try to get it all in one spot, something I should have done a long time ago. I had to take a small break and move all my junk out of this area. I got a buddy of mine coming to help me cut some trees tomorrow. Not one of my favorite activities, but he's really good at it. I got a dead one right there. It's probably going to fall. It would probably fall on that with my luck. And I'd like to be able to push snow off that hill over there. It's an area where I keep all my trailers and stuff, and of course all my junk's over on this side, semi-hidden. I had to move that S-10 over there that was in the way. Put all the other equipment over here. Just another day. This is more my speed of cutting down trees. I just cut one. My father-in-law gave me that ladder maybe 5 years ago, and I hung it there. And a tree, about 3 inches around, grew up behind it and through it. I just cut it down with my little hacksaw. Oh well. I hate cutting trees, but I love trees. But they give you less problem when they're laying on the ground. Taking a break from shuffling pots. It's a beautiful day outside. I'd like to take advantage of that and remove the wheels and tires from the Model A and the Nova and go outside and wash the dust off them and let them dry off. The reason being is the Model A currently has rally wheels on it. It's never looked right. It was a mistake when I got them 10 years ago, and they would look better on the Nova. In my opinion only, 68 to 72 Nova can look really bad with the wrong wheel and tire. I mean, it can look awful. You need, in my opinion, to fill the rear wheel well with a tall, not a big wheel, a tall sidewall, and the body needs to be hunkered down over it, not quite to the wheel. The closer you get to the wheel, the better it looks. And the front, same thing. You got to fill the wheel well, but it needs to be down. Now, the appearance of low is more important than actually being low. I'm going to show you with the wheels and tires I have chosen. The appearance of low, and actually like hunkered down over the tires, which is a cool look. The car is actually higher off the ground. I'm using a larger rear tire. So it actually lifts the car up, but it looks like it's lower. It's all an appearance thing. I am big on static low. You probably never see me really cut the coils of something and have it dragging on the ground. And you probably won't see me with airbags and stuff like that. If you can get the appearance of low and still have drivability, because here in Maine, we got some roads that, Evel Knievel would look at and turn back. I guess a lot of states in the Northeast are like that. Probably all over the country, from what I read. But anyway, let me point at a few wheels and tires and tell you what I think. I bought these and they were actually gray. And local truck tire place can do a 15-inch and larger wheel. These are 15, so yeah, he wheel braided them and powder coated them black for me. So the front's only a 15 by 4 or 5. I got to measure. With a fairly tall, pretty skinny tire, so it's going to have, you know, bigs and littles. This will not be ideal for the front of the Nova, but compared to the little 14s it came with, it'll be similar. And it'll give the appearance to fill the front wheel well that I want with a slightly nose-down attitude. The rear is a 15 by 8 with the correct offset for the Nova, which is 5.5 to fit a big tire. The 275 60-15s. They're okay. They could be taller. The width is okay, but they're not quite tall enough. They're better than the next tire I'm going to show you. When I bought these wheels, I have the trim rings. I'll also rebalance them without weights. I'll put the weights on the inside. I didn't balance these. But I also have the little police hubcap. I have the Rally hubcap, but I also have a little police hubcap. And I'm probably going to run the wheel black with a police hubcap. This dusty thing is what was holding up the Nova. It's a stock car wheel with a 255 60-15. It's just not big enough. It actually didn't look bad on there. But the tire I'm actually going to run is a 265 75. And let's just get a height difference here. I mean, that's a lot of drivability just came back. Even the 350 gear with that tire, I already know from experience, it's like the perfect combination. As long as you have enough power to push it. Now, these chrome reverse wheels came with the car. The 15 by 8, 5.5 offset on the back, which is perfect. And I've actually set the car up. I've had these on there. I'll show you the modifications I had to do the wheel well to get them in there, but that's a big tire. The chrome reverse really don't do it for me on the Nova. They'd probably look better on the Model A or something else. I am just trying to use what I have instead of just, I don't, you know, I'd buy another steel wheel. I'm not big on aluminum wheels. I like the American Racing style wheel. That's about it. That's me. I've been around my whole life. I used to, you know, like all your traditional style wheels, and then there's a whole lot of ugly wheels came along after that, and then this big wheel craze and tiny sidewalls makes you want to throw up on an old car. But that's just me. Everybody can do what they want. This one's mine. I can do what I want. Let's take a look at the Nova wheel well. Obviously, this is a gray car, but you can see where this turns in slightly toward the tire. It may have been modified already, but not enough. But the rear is the biggest culprit. They were only running a 14-inch wheel, so they really, I guess they could get a 15 on it, but that just curves in toward the tire. I actually get sharp right there. I mean, they had a nice gap going, so I actually straightened this out, just cut a pie out of it, piece of pie, and weld that back. Let's go look at the gold car. I keep calling it the gold car. It's really burnt orange. But this has been cut straight. The whole inner lip is gone. And on the back, it now makes a nice line down that Chevy should have done in the first place. But if you actually run a big slick on these, you gotta add about 3 or 4 inches in the middle of the wheel well, and you buy replacements and you stretch it either way. But I'm talking, you know, big rubber. But in this case, I just want to fill the wheel well. Because, again, a Nova with a bad wheel and tire combination is just gross. There's something about this body style. They can look beautiful and they can look awful with just a wheel and tire change and the suspension. Digging through the totes, that is the parts from 6 Novas, I believe. The last 2 on this bench came with the gray car. And it's hood hinges and window regulators and duplicates and triplicates of that stuff. And some, you know, below average lights, armrests and stuff like that. I did find some new parts that came with the 71. A new set of eyebrows, 2 sets of eyebrow moldings, which is cool because I'm really looking for parts for 2 cars as I'm digging. I found the original trunk emblem plus the 49-year-old emblem plus a new Taiwanese version. It's actually pretty good, but in typical fashion, no nuts. So fortunately, I saved the old one. For the nuts, I did not find a good set of tail lights or parking lights. I found they're both usable, but these are cracked, missing a bolt. The fronts are all, pretty much wore out. A new set of bumper brackets I would have used yesterday if I had found them. I remember buying fender supports for this car because they're missing right there. I think I found, this is definitely one trunk weather strip. I think I found two. I don't know where I put it. I'd love to find a set of steel wheels to put those babies on. The power steering pump and fitting on the 71. It has a new box and coupler, but the fitting on the pump itself is not typical. I can't find it, but it's almost like an AN fitting. It might be. I don't remember even coming across those. In all my years of working with Chevy, it's usually one or the other, not that one. So, but that's all hooked up and working. If I stick with the small block and run that particular style water pump, that'll work. Or I'll swap it out. This would cover LS or big block pump or anything else. It's really, I thought there was only two style fittings GM used. Well, there's three. In the past, I was pretty good at labeling as I worked on stuff. Electrical and stuff like that. I had the column out of this car that didn't have a key lock, and the switch was all messed up, and the column itself was all, I actually built one column out of two. And I do dream of hooking up a column shift Turbo 400 or a column shift 4L80. But I also have all brand new clutch linkage and stuff to retro, so that's still up in the air. I don't want to get all wishy-washy again. But all decisions that will happen down the road. I did not find a good set of lights to use. I think I covered that. So on my shopping list, I started shopping last night. For tail lights, marker lights, parking lights. I have a brand new set of 68 and 69 with all the trim and everything, marker lights. That's a $150 kit. Doesn't do me any good because my car's a 70 and up. It's okay. Some parts of the project, days like today, I just work. Moving stuff around, washing stuff, washing 10 wheels and tires. It's not glorious work. I would rather rebuild the transmission. I've often said I'd rather rebuild an engine than change the oil in it even. I find it more interesting. But that's just the way it goes. I found enough parts to work on it some more, and I'll continue to film it. I hit over 600 subscribers today. Some people get that in an hour. For me, that's pretty good. The first 100 came really hard. I appreciate every one of them. Now we're over 600, headed for 1,000. That's the goal in a year. I'm only 9 months in. We're doing all right. At first, I wasn't sure what to think of it. It's kind of fun. You kind of work it into your routine. Stopping to film along the way. A lot of stuff gets lost because you don't remember to film. It'll loop back around. So I appreciate everybody. Like and subscribe. I haven't said that in a while. Everybody says it. You get the deal. Beauty of YouTube, at least it's free. None of it's costing you any money. Like, I was watching a video the other night. The guy says, it doesn't cost you anything. Hit the button. Anyway, thank you. Have a great weekend. Next time, we'll try to do something a little more constructive. Thank you. Bye-bye.